What's good, people? So Copenhagen is one of my favorite cities on earth, and in this video I'm gonna give you my 8 favorite things to do while there. The first thing that you should do in Copenhagen is rent a bike. The best way to see a city is via a bike, and in Copenhagen it is the way to see it. Copenhagen's bike culture is amazing. There is a bike lane almost everywhere. It is the best way to get around. Look at this.
Woo! Congratulations!
They even have bachelorette parties on bikes. Insane. You can rent them by the hour or by the day. I rented my bike for 5 days via an app called Donkey Republic. They have bikes all throughout the city and you can just use your app to unlock them. You don't have to chain your bike to anywhere, which is weird because I'm from New York, and if you ride a bike in New York, you gotta bring a chain and you gotta chain it up to a pole or something, or when you come back out, you will have no bike. But things are different in Copenhagen. It's a lot safer, it's cool. Just put your bike to the side. There's a lock on the back tire. You put that on and you can go about your merry way. Another reason why you should rent a bike is because Copenhagen's food scene is strong and you're gonna need to cycle those calories off. Speaking of food, if you're hungry, check out Copenhagen street food. Obviously, you pull up on your bike, they have food from all over the world, and they even have a DJ there. It's chill vibes. I definitely recommend you go here. I'll put the link to the location in the description. Next, go to the Round Tower for amazing views of the city. This building was built in the 17th century, so it's over 350 years old, and it used to be an observatory. Now it's just an observation deck. I recommend you go right around sunset because Copenhagen doesn't have a lot of tall buildings, so when the sun sets, it's on an even plane and it looks really, really nice. You get up there by going around this really cool spiral ramp, and that didn't stop Alicia from having some fun.
I wasn't ready.
The next thing you should do is visit Kronborg Castle. Now this technically isn't in Copenhagen, but is a short train ride away, and it is a beautiful, beautiful castle. It was the inspiration for Shakespeare's Hamlet, and the cool thing is, when you go to different rooms in the castle, you have actors acting out parts of the play and interacting with some of the guests. It has a really nice minimalist design and it is perfect for photo ops. Then go to Freetown, Christiania. This place is very interesting to say the least. I could do a whole video just on this place. And the reason why it's interesting is because they claim, the people who live there claim that it is a self-governing anarchist type of community. It used to be this old military barracks that was taken over by some hippies in the 70s. Since then, it's been declared its own territory that's self-governing. But don't be fooled, it is still part of Copenhagen and still part of Denmark. While you're there, you can see some pretty cool graffiti and concerts even. But what it's most famously known for is its weed. That's where you can find tons of weed and tons of people smoking weed. And the cops kind of turned a blind eye to the people who are smoking, not so much the people who are selling the weed. I can't tell you what to do, but if you're looking for it, you can find some weed there and you'll be all right if you kind of stay quiet and, you know, just smoke on the grass or whatever. Regardless, it's a pretty cool place for the art, the history, and just the culture alone. It's this really interesting vibe. You really feel like you're not in Copenhagen, but you are. Next, visit Tivoli Gardens. This place is magical. They said that Walt Disney got some inspiration for Disneyland while he visited Tivoli Gardens. Tivoli Gardens is one of the oldest amusement parks in the world, and it is just beautiful. It really is magical. You're just walking through and it's just nice and clean.
I don't know, I think the Danes stole It's a Small World.
No, they didn't, dude. This was here first.
That doesn't mean that this particular thing
Well, then
was here first.
Let's ask somebody.
You could definitely see some of the connection between Tivoli Gardens and Disneyland. I suggest you go at night because they light the place up beautifully. There's a ton of rides and roller coasters. It's just really, really nice, clean fun. Next, eat at Noma. Noma is one of the world's best restaurants, and it absolutely lives up to that title. It put Copenhagen's food scene on the map, and it was actually the reason why I went to go visit Copenhagen the first time I went. Sometimes it's a little weird, like you'll be eating ant paste, which is made from real ants. Then you'll be eating moss that's like covered with chocolate, berries that take 8 years to ripen. Just make your reservation as soon as they're available because they go quick. Sometimes they don't even last a few hours because it really is that good. There's so many great things to do in Copenhagen, but to me, my favorite right now has to be renting a little boat and just navigating the canals by yourself at your own pace.
And it's really cheap.
It's only $80 for about 2 hours and 8 people. That's probably the cheapest, most fun thing that you can do in Copenhagen, believe me, because Copenhagen is expensive. I didn't even mention that before. Copenhagen is expensive. You definitely see the city from a different perspective, and that light that you get during sunset is just beautiful. It is the way to end your trip. Just make sure you bring a bottle of wine and some snacks, a little speaker for some music. It's such a dope time. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, I'm gonna be bringing a lot more just like this, even better. So give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.